Chairman, Vice Chair, and Senators, thank you for your time. I know that this has been a long afternoon, and I'm sure you're tired, as many of us are, who have been standing for this time. My name is Pastor David Whitney. I'm pastor of Cornerstone Evangelical Free Church and senior instructor at Institute on the Constitution in Pasadena, Maryland. It's the only place in the world where this document is studied and taught. And I'm the instructor of the Constitution course on Maryland State Constitution. So I want to remind you of some things from this document, which you took an oath. And you didn't take an oath to people. You didn't take an oath to the people who elected you. You took an oath before Almighty God to uphold this document, and on the day of judgment, you will give account for what you do. The biggest question we have is the problem of unintended consequences that has not been spoken to yet regarding SB 116. Let's examine the foundations of law in Maryland. Where is it rooted? It's rooted in the document that brought Maryland into existence. That document is the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence clearly says the law comes from the laws of nature and nature's God. Couldn't be any clearer than that. In fact, if you turn to our very first statements in our Constitution, the Declaration of Rights begins this way. We, the people of the state of Maryland, grateful to Almighty God for our civil and religious liberties. Our Constitution acknowledges that God's law is the supreme law of the universe, and that anything we do as a civil government must be in accordance with that law, or it is not law. You might call it law, you might pretend it's law, you might even enforce it as if it's law and put people in prison or fine them because of it, but it is not law. God's law is the foundation of the contract that we, the people, formed in creating the civil government. You only exist because we, the people, formed a contract called our Constitution that brought you into existence. In fact, our Constitution has some very interesting things to say. The very first article of the Declaration of Rights reads that all government of right originates from the people, is founded in compact, that is in contract only, and is instituted solely for the good of the whole, and they, that is the people, have at all times, the inalienable right to alter, reform, or abolish their form of government in such manner as they may deem expedient. The people have that right. Read this entire document. Nowhere will you see any power granted to the legislature to change and alter the form of government. And what SB 116 would do is indeed alter the form of government, because it alters the foundation, and the laws of nature and nature's God would no longer be the foundation of the government of the state of Maryland. And so if you pass SB 116 and it's signed by the governor, you'll have done irreparable damage to the government of the state of Maryland. For in that bill, you will have completely delegitimatized the government of this state, and you will have struck at the very foundation of the contract between we the people and the state government. Therefore, what will you be proclaiming to all the people? You'll proclaim that the inhabitants of this free state, that the laws are not to be obeyed, that the taxes are not to be paid, that the government in its courts has no authority over the citizens. Indeed, you will have ended our state. So rather than do this, if you are on this road of folly, set the people of Maryland free that don't want to be part of an illegitimate government. Let us secede. Let the counties. Eastern Shore has already appealed to secede from our state. Let any county that chooses not to be part of this illegitimate government secede. Why would you impose your immoral set of values, your form of government, on those who do not want to be part of it? Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for your testimony. Pastor